Hey guys, in today's video we want to show you how to turn a scale into music. What?
Alright! Hi guys, my name is Guillaume.
And my name is Chris. Welcome to Thomann's Guitars and Basses. In this video, today,
Yes!
we have 5 points. 5 things that will hopefully help you to go from playing scales to playing music. Let's see. I think it's a good collection of little tips and sort of steps that will go from just playing scales, you know, proper practicing, up to sort of improvising and moving freely in one segment of the neck.
Yeah, we're not trying to tell you how to write music or how to make music, but if you are learning guitar and you feel like playing your scales up and down is not the most musical thing, it's because it's not. And there are different ways of using that scale and incorporate that into your playing in a more melodic kind of way. And we want to take you through these steps.
Bam!
Bam! Chris, go for it. Step number 1.
Okay, first thing to do is to obviously learn the scale.
So you do have to go through it at some point.
So that's, it might be boring a little bit, but it's very useful. It helps with all the
dexterity
movements
sort of
and everything.
exercise,
Your finger will get used to this kind of movement, and you have to have that coordination going on between the hands and everything. So
that's the only way to build up the dexterity and you know, progressively the speed to then incorporate it the way you want without being sort of blocked by your physical ability to play that scale.
Exactly. That's the sport part of playing a guitar.
Yes.
So
let's do sports.
You want it?
Play? Oh yeah, sure.
You play the scale, right? Stop! You're going ahead.
That's such a good scale though. It is
it's a good scale.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. Just practice it. Use a metronome. Use a looper. If you have someone to play with, it's obviously the coolest thing to maybe go back and forth. You play the solo, the scale, and the other one plays the backing track, and then swap.
Don't do the mistake of only learning the scale one way. Make sure that when you're learning it, you're going ascending and descending both ways, because sometimes you see a lot of people being able to do like super fast runs going
one direction,
and then the other one is, oh, where is it?
Step number 2 is melody. Don't overthink it. Just grab 2 notes or maybe 3 notes and just go back and forth until you like what you hear. Just go whichever. This was the A minor scale that you were playing, which is the natural minor, the basic, the Aeolian one, which has just enough notes to find 2 or 3 which are really pretty. And I'll try to make a melody out of it without paying too much attention to repeating myself or to rhythm. It doesn't have to sound like the best solo in the world. It's about getting used to finger positions, getting used to being brave enough to play anything at all. Because to be honest, I was really, really afraid to play anything because I felt so insecure about it. I was like, it's gonna be really bad, and I will, you know, I will come across as an absolute loser.
Yeah, no, it's...
Don't care about it too much.
You should not.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, and it's not as easy to do, but it's a really great first step into you feeling comfortable within that scale. And then, you know, before expanding to anything else, that's a really good first step. And yeah, progressively build up on that. Speaking of.
Step number 3 is going to be rhythm. Let's forget about melody for a sec. Of course, it's hard because your brain wants to, you know, go up or lower.
Yeah.
Every now and then, otherwise it gets too boring. But if you play around with the rhythm parts enough and you sort of start enjoying it, you don't need a lot of notes. Yeah. Just imagine being a drummer or like a rhythmic bass player or any instrument that's way more percussive than guitars. You can use your palm to mute the note and and it's all of a sudden it's more like a rhythm instrument, and you don't have to, of course, it's just an option, and just do whatever feels right or comes in your mind. There are no rules, just stick to rhythm and don't really play melody.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused, so how about I'm just going to play the same thing again and you show me.
Just fooling around with different rhythm patterns, just like if you were playing on snares, like a drummer.
Yeah, I get it. So you have both things, right? You have the melody and then you have the rhythmic.
Yeah,
so,
I just split them up.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Step number 4 has to be bringing them back together.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Now I'm not confused anymore.
Well, then it's your turn.
Music.
It's beautiful.
It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Yeah. And you don't have to go crazy on arpeggios and sweep pickings and moving out of that position. You can stick to that same one scale position and still it will start to sound more and more like you playing and not just that scale that you're just repeatedly playing up and down.
Definitely. And it's funny how that was, because that particular melody is not mine, if you don't know it yet. But the thing is, we started from scratch, from nothing. You started playing that, and that inspired that sort of, you know, 4 notes choice. And that transpired into that. And that melody made how many billions? Just these 4 notes, you know? Yeah. It's kind of crazy when you think of it, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to music.
Yeah.
What would be your step number 5?
Wow.
The final.
Mean, that's actually already where most of us guitar players are. Like this, the 4th step, which means you combine rhythm and melody and play, you know, best you can.
Yeah.
If you want to top that, that's going to be sort of a jazzy approach, which means that you change scales on a new chord.
Yeah.
So let's say you play your A minor, because we stick to A minor the whole time.
Yep.
And then you play your A minor or A minor pentatonic or whatever fits on that. And then you move on the fourth, which would be then D major.
Major.
Let's do the 7, the 9.
Okay, so yeah, because you said jazz, I think like a lot of blues guitar players have applied that as well. Like if you anyway into Matt Schofield or Josh Smith, these guys have mastered that. And I think playing the changes is definitely the next step into your solo.
Of course, and with jazz, playing. I don't mean like full on swing, like
yeah.
I mean that sort of free approach and sort of seeing every chord in a chord progression as a little block.
Okay.
And with that, you change your scale when you enter that next block, which means you change chords. So on A minor, I play my A minor, and on your D, on the fourth, I will swap to D major.
Right.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna play the blues and you do you. I'm gonna use the Leslie.
Which is so satisfying if you get to that point, because it sounds so out of, like outside, but it's still so harmonic.
It sounds harder to play.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It sounds more difficult.
Yeah, so that's obviously not very easy. It takes quite some time to get used to that, and you have to think a lot at the beginning until your ears get used to it, and it feels natural to change scale. So don't worry about the fifth step.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like it involves way too much music theory at that point for just to say that this is the natural next thing for you to do. Yeah. I think once you've mastered the first 4 steps and you're really comfortable like navigating scales within themselves,
that's already
awesome.
Huge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Then if you want to take it to the next, is that something that would interest you guys, and diving a little bit further into playing changes and chords and that kind of stuff? If, we could try and do that. We could have people over to show us how to do that as well. Yeah. If that's a video that interests you, please let us know in the comment section. And
while you're there, please hit subscribe and ring the bell and do all that cool stuff. We'll see you down there in the comment section, and we'll meet soon in our next video.
Yes.
You guys take it easy. Bye-bye. Today's video, we want to show you how to turn on scale in the music.
He's gone. He's ready.